Hey everyone, welcome back, and today we're here with the episode 3 of our update. Also, something really crazy happened, as you can tell in the title. I actually got a Headhunter from Gwennen. Now, I don't know, I haven't been playing this league that much, and I don't know how this happened. I've seen people do like over 3,000 rerolls and not get a Headhunter, and it's just completely crazy. I got it, and unfortunately I wasn't recording at the time, so I couldn't show myself actually getting it, but I got it from Gwennen. I was using this copy paste that people have been using, and you just take all the items that are showing up. Um, and yeah, it's just really insane. I got really lucky, and I was not expecting it. And now the problem is that I'm thinking of using it in my build, but I'm not sure because I mean it won't be too hard to replace the Stygian Vice, and the good thing about Headhunter is that it gives me strength, and giving me strength will allow me to replace this ring that has strength on it for a much better ring. As you can tell, this ring is pretty bad, and if we did that, we could run Headhunter. But the only thing about Headhunter is I'm not running like really juiced maps, and I'm mainly just farming Conquerors and Cyrus right now on maps that aren't too juiced. So it feels kind of bad to use it and replace the Stygian Vice, because my main issue right now is that my life pool is still really low, and I'm missing a few things here. So I'm missing this Watcher's Eye, which is only, this is a really cheap Watcher's Eye. It's just for the precision multi. Now there is a lot of currency I could spend, but I don't know if I want to right now. I don't know if I want to take this build all the way. So there's two major ways I could spend way more currency. The first thing would be to get a convert Watcher's Eye, the hatred physical to cold convert Watcher's Eye. And the main reason to get that isn't for the 10% convert that we're missing right now, because it's not worth it to buy it for that. But getting that would allow us to replace our gloves, and we can craft on the convert on the gloves and keep on the 2 points here, and we would have 100% convert, right? So that is a option, and basically what we could do is get a rare piece of gloves with culling strike and frenzy and some life, and it would be way better than him sorrow. So that's one place I could spend a like pretty much all my currency, because I would have to spend 15x on the Watcher's Eye, and then on top of that I would have to make the gloves, which would cost about 5x for just a basic one. So it's a little bit questionable to spend my currency there. The other place that I really want to change is my boots. Now, Dark Ray Vectors are a great budget option, but you see, my problem with Dark Ray Vectors is that when you move around until you have frenzy charges, you are so slow, and I hate this. I really like to have move speed without frenzy charges, and of course when we get frenzy charges we're still going to get move speed because of our ascendancy and the disciple wheel, which gives you movement speed per frenzy charge somewhere. So that plus avatar of the slaughter gives us a lot of move speed, but I like to have base move speed as well, regardless of frenzy charges. So Dark Raid does not feel good, and you do generate frenzy charges kind of quick, but I like to have that instant move speed. So I was thinking of getting some Tailwind Elusive boots, but they're really expensive too, so I'm not sure whether to go for that or the gloves change. But the one upgrade that I did do that is very notable is the helmet. So I got the helm base with the enchant for 7x. After that, I Redeemer slammed it, and I Frigid Fossiled it until I got nearby enemies have -9 cold res. And then I got another Shaper helmet that was eye level 85. Make sure that you do, if you're gonna do this, make sure you get at least 86 helmet, because -9 cold res is a 86 only roll or like mod. And so basically I got a Shaper helmet, alt spam nearby enemies, increase elemental damage, and then I woke orb the helmet, and basically I got insanely lucky because I rolled like really trash prefixes. So what I did, I had an empty prefix, so I did suffixes cannot be changed. I veil chaos it, and we hit without actually unveiling. We got a redeemer mod with the unveil, with the chaos orb, right? The unveil chaos orb, and we hit power charge on kill, which is actually really insane. And I'll explain why in a bit. And then we unveiled the hybrid life, and then we crafted normal life. So we actually got a really insane helmet here. So overall, it cost us about 11x to craft this in total. Oh, actually, no, it's a bit more. It's about 15x because that's including the Awakener Orb price as well. Basically, I dropped an Awakener Orb, so I didn't have to. I didn't add that price onto that calculation, but now I did. But yeah, that is about the price for the helmet, and I think this would sell for a really good price because it's got the power charge and kill. So the reason why power charge on kill is really good, and even for the Tuna variant of the build, you have the problem of generating power charges in mapping. So you can generate them pretty easily on a boss. Either you Storm Ride with power charge on crit, or you run like a Storm Rider one. And the reason this works is because we use Hydrosphere, and Hydrosphere allows us to shock a chilled enemy, and that's for bosses as well. So Hydrosphere is really, really good because it allows us to do that, and Storm Rider is actually gonna give us power charge generation in a boss fight. And then yeah, so that is the whole idea, and this helmet is actually really good for us because we get it on kill as well, and we're not actually triggering Hydrosphere during mapping. So it's really, really good. I only use Hydrosphere and Sniper's Mark on the boss, and I self-cast it myself. Um, and yeah, those are the main upgrades. The other thing that I will say is that I'm level 87 now. I'm still leveling super slow, guys. It's not because I'm dying. I'm just not playing PoE that much. And I'm actually leveling pretty fast for the amount of time I'm actually playing. The other thing that happened is that I got the flask sorted. Now, um, overflowing chalice feels really good. That's the reason I'm using it. And we do lose a flask here. We do lose a silver flask, which is not great. But I think it's worth it because I feel fast enough, and this flask setup is really nice. So we use diamond flask only on rare or unique enemies because I don't feel like we need diamond flask in mapping. We have an anti-bleed divine life flask. This is not really much to say about this. It's just the only place we can really get anti-bleed. Or we could have got on diamond flask, but I wanted one that I could press whenever I wanted without the flask being used up. So yeah, we got increased accuracy here during flask effect, which is okay. We don't really need it though. We have capped our accuracy without ice columns. So then Taste of Hate is a really good flask, guys, because we have no fizz damage reduction pretty much. And this gives us basically 14% because it takes it from the cold damage during flask effect, which we'll have during mapping. Now this is of course a really good bossing flask as well. So I decided to use it in mapping because I'm really squishy, and fizz damage is my main problem right now to deal with, and of course chaos damage too. But fizz damage is really, really scary for us, and we can get instantly one shot by it. So having this flask up during mapping is super important. And the good thing about this use when charges reach full is that the flask will never be empty unless I press it. So I can also press it in a boss fight if I wanted to, which allows that option to be really, really smooth and allow me to pretty much have it all the time, which is really nice. And then I use the same on Quicksilver. I basically go in a map. I don't press any flask anymore, guys, apart from my life flask, which is really good. I really enjoy that. And then we run this same on here as well to refill the other charges quickly. So yeah, so the only other changes really is that on the tree, we've got Weathered Hunter, we've got the cluster going. So I actually made a big mistake. Well, no, it's not too bad of a mistake, but I thought that the leech on Lionized Vision would be enough, but it's absolutely not. And the reason is because physical attack damage at leech does mana is not good for us since we don't do much fizz at all. We do like 10% of our damage is fizz or something, or it's even less than that, I think. So it's pretty bad, and the leech felt terrible. So we got the cluster with the leech over here. Now, if this cluster is too expensive for you, I think it's about 2.5x. If it's too expensive for you, what you can do, if it's cheaper, I don't know if it is, you can go for the alternate quality elemental damage with attacks that gives elemental damage leeched as life. And that will solve all your leech problems. And I think it's very worth it to do that if you don't want to go for this cluster and ditch these 2 points, which I might do. But the only thing is this actual point here isn't that bad because it gives you attack speed and damage. So it's not too terrible. But it's not the best either, so it might be worth making that transition, but it doesn't allow you to run awakened elemental damage with attacks anymore. And then we're running this blast free Storm Rider for some quality of life. The actual main POB is to run both of the other cluster, which is Pressure Points Quick Getaway, which I'm going to put in this slot here when I get the levels for it. And yeah, that was the plan there. And this cluster actually gives a lot of damage, so I'm still missing a lot of damage, and Yeah. And then we've got a Watcher's Eye, of course, that I talked about earlier. And I've got a Fragile Boom now. I don't know if I'm actually going to use this, but it seems not bad for us because we basically have life regen when we're not hit, and that helps a lot with like chaos damage, like desecrated ground and stuff, because we're not getting hit and we're gaining the regen, or like burning ground, so it will help against that kind of thing. But I don't think I'll be running with strong term. It's just a placeholder jewel until I get something that's really really good as a corrupted blood jewel. And yeah, that's that. And yeah, so I wanted to show you guys a map showcase. I'm of course in T16 maps now. I've been farming Conquerors and Cyrus for a bit, well, when I can. And yeah, it's been going pretty well. So let's go ahead and show you a Hunter real quick. Now, the one thing that I'm working on right now with the build is to make it a bit more tanky, because it is really really squishy if you get hit, right? So that's the only thing now, is that you can sometimes get one shot if you're not paying attention. This is the type of build where you really want to like pay attention to what's happening, and you never ever ever want to stand still. Like, it's the worst thing on this build to stand still, and I've tried that multiple times where I've been lazy and I've stood still, and it's been terrible. One thing also to note is that I'm not running Phantasmal Spectral Shield Throw yet, because it's like 8x for a 20%, and the rest of them are corrupted into like less quality, which is really bad because it lowers the multi a lot. So we can't necessarily go for that one. So it's been like kind of weird to go for that alternate quality. So I'm kind of debating whether to actually go for it or not. And it is like 8 exalts for a clean one, which is pretty bad price IMO, but yeah, it's strange. I don't know. I bought a 2120 normal one, which was like 1x, I think, or something, maybe cheaper than that. And you know what's really weird is that the projectile speed actually feels not bad at all. And I actually felt a bit better, which is really weird. But yeah, I am losing out on like 60 multi from not getting the alternate quality, which is really bad. Of course, like 60 multi is nothing to laugh about. Like it's quite a lot of multi. So yeah, as you can see, Expedition's kind of easy, especially if you be careful with the mods. I know I did a rushed one there, but I wasn't going to take ages because I really want to show you guys the boss DPS as well. So as you can see, like the clear is so much better now after getting the helm enchant, which is so nice. And that was something that I was really annoyed about before. But now that's completely gone, which is amazing. And you can see like the shards just spread out and they pierce, and the clear is just quite good. And if the clear was still a problem, I would probably just, run a chain support or something for mapping. But yeah, I don't think it's really necessary. So what I do normally is to just get my my fortify up, and then I just go ham on him. And you know, my damage isn't that good. Like, it's not completely insane, but you know, it's not terrible either. I'm still got. Remember, you have to remember, I'm still missing quite a lot of damage. And yeah, I'm missing the Watcher's Eye, the clusters and stuff, and it's looking really good. And if you manually dodge, it's you know, it's just a joke, the game pretty much. So yeah, I'm really thinking of trying to fit Headhunter. We'll see what happens. But if I can't fit it, it's not a problem. I'm going to use it on my next build. So I don't know whether to take this build all the way, because I do enjoy it, but there's also other stuff I want to play, so I'm not sure. The thing is, going all the way in this build is actually like a full league project for me because of how much I'm actually playing the league. So I don't know if I want to actually do that, but we'll see. And I'll keep you guys updated on what I do and on the next build I play and all that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think so far. Let me know if you feel like playing this build after seeing it. And yeah, overall, I am really happy with it. It's just amazing, and it feels really, really good to play. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more of this stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.